Hello everyone. My name is Melissa and welcome to Global Business Insights. Today we are going to talk about different topics about logistics, like supply chain management, which helps companies to move products around the world. That podcast will be too wonderful for you if you have the skills for work in logistics or you just are curious about. You need to listen and watching all the podcasts if you wanna be a logistics manager. Today, our guest, our special guest is Fernanda, who is an important supply chain manager who works at a retail company. Welcome, Fernanda. We are happy to have you here.
Thank you, Melissa. I am happy to be here. Logistics helps companies organize suppliers, warehouses, transportation, and deliveries, so the customers receive products on time.
Well, your job sounds too wonderful and exciting. Now, I have some questions for you today, but the first one is, what does a supply chain manager do?
Well, my job is to manage the supply chain. I coordinate the inventory, transportation, and warehouse operations so the products move efficiently.
Wow, you are too interesting. Now, how did you start in your career in logistics? It was difficult, it was easy for you. Why did you choose that career?
Well, first I studied logistics and business, and my first job was in a warehouse where I learned about inventory and distribution. Um, I think it was difficult because I didn't know anything about this in that moment, and I learned about it with the time.
Well, maybe it was difficult in the beginning, but you
Yes.
are the wonderful now. I have an important question for you. What skills are important in logistics? Or maybe what are the most important that you need to have if you want to be working in logistics or customs?
Mm, Maybe in logistic important skills are organization, communication, and the well, no, the communication I think is the most important thing.
So, why is important a supply chains for the company? Do you really think that is important for the successful of the companies, or it's not necessary?
The supply chain is important because it connects suppliers, transportation, customers, and warehouse. Um, and well, if one part fail, the system can have problems.
Well, it sounds too stressful that. But
Yes.
now, mm, I would like to tell me you about how do you manage inventory?
Mm, I sorry. um, I manage inventory. Well, the manage inventory using technology like WMS to track the products in the warehouse.
Well, it sounds too amazing. And how do you use technology? How do you handle technology?
Technologies like WMS, ERP, and TMS helps companies to improve the efficiency.
Well, now we are going to do a simple example.
Okay.
Let's imagine a situation. A truck which is full of products is a light, and the
Okay.
warehousing has a little very inventory. What would you do? You know that the customers will be waiting for their products, and you need to resolve that as possible.
Mm, wow, interesting question. Maybe I will check the inventory system, and then I will contact the transportation company, and if possible, I send the products from another warehouse, and obviously inform customers about the delays.
Wow, fair. I know that you are the person that resolve problems very quickly, and I think you need to resolve that as possible. And I have one last question for you. What is the future of logistics? How do you see the future of this career?
The future of logistics will include more technology and artificial intelligence, because I think now in that time artificial intelligence is very essential, because you can do many things, and learning about um, whatever you want, research, and yes, I think that.
Wow, Fer. Thank you very much for joining us today, Fer. Remember that this week we are going to bring in experts about that topics in logistics, and you look forward all the episodes. If you show interesting about that, you can learn about something with us, and we can teach you something things as possible.
So, first, thank you, Melissa. It was a pleasure, and I have a question with you. For you, sorry. What do you think about myself? You think it's difficult or easy?
I think that is you are a harder person because you need to learn about many things.
Yes.
About you need to learn other idioms. You need to learn about other regulations, customs. You need to learn a lot of things, and I think it was a difficult job. But I think you are the right person to do that things, and I think that for this job you need to have a lot of skills to
Yes.
communicate it with other people around the world, to talk with other persons to the libraries products,
Yes.
and it was difficult, but I think it's excited, and and it was great.
Yes, because in this job you can find person from
All over
all
the world.
over the world. Yes, and you have to speak with them, and you have to know many items.
Idioms.
And yes.
Yes, I think that is that is that is a topic very important now today, because all people wants to receive products from other parts of the world, and it was a process before that. Before this shipment, it was a difficult process. So
But
it was
also is interesting, and
amazing. It
yes,
was amazing.
yes.
Thank you for joining us and for watching this episode, and see you the next time.
Bye.